Hello there, all you beautiful people. My name is Lebushki, and welcome to my 98th Oscars prediction list. Now, this is an interesting year. It's going to be a very interesting year, just because there's a lot of titans up for awards. Most of them all in the same category. We all know Sinners and One Battle After Another are competing pretty heavily against one another for Best Director, Best Film. It's gonna be a pretty crazy night. But I want to insert my opinion on not only what I want to win, but what I think will win, as well as a potential runner up in case that one is not chosen. Especially since the Academy is a lot of people who think they know movies. They're like considered the professionals or something. Whatever. I don't know. But without further ado, let's just dive right into it. First one, casting. This is an interesting one. This is the uh first year they've done the casting category. And it's gonna be really interesting to see who comes out on top. But I really think it has to go to Sinners. The entire cast of this movie was just great. Michael A. and Michael B. Jordan, Miles Catton, Haley Steinfeld, Jack O'Connell, Delroy Lindo, Wunmi Mosaku. Everyone was just on point. All their characters were memorable. They didn't fade into the background. So I think Sinners has the best shoe in for this award. A runner up though would definitely be Marty Supreme, because while its characters aren't necessarily famous people, their appearances are pretty memorable, and the cast overall is very very good. I know director Josh Safdie, was it? I think it was Josh, not Benny. Josh would just like take random people in off the streets to be in the movie. I mean, heck, they got Tyler the Creator in the movie. Like what? It's good. But I think this one will go to Sinners. One Battle After Another, not really. Hamnet, not really. Secret Agent, not really. None of those really strike me as great or like amazing casts compared to Sinners. Production design. And also, I'm very sorry that some of this is so fuzzy. I was downloading the images, and for some reason, it just doesn't work. But for the most part, you can pretty much see what I'm trying to lay down for you. Production design: Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners. You're gonna notice these 4 or 5 names popping up pretty prominently. But I think this has to go to Frankenstein. Easy. Guillermo del Toro built a whole ship for his movie. It's all real. It's not CGI. Guillermo del Toro is an absolute legend in the world of filmmaking because he's so attentive to detail, and I think Frankenstein will take home that award easily, easily. If it doesn't, I guess I could see it going to Sinners, which has a pretty solid set and production design all around. Marty Supreme, not really. One battle after another, again, not really. Hamnet, okay, I can kind of see Hamnet. That one's pretty solid, but I do not see Marty Supreme or One Battle After Another taking this one. Costume design. This one, I think it will go to Frankenstein. Once again, like I said, Del Toro is very detailed, and all those costumes are just absolutely beautiful and lush and gorgeous and just so intensely detailed. Frankenstein was great. Hamnet, potentially. Marty Supreme, not really. I think it would go to Sinners before it went to Marty Supreme. But to be fair, both Sinners and Marty Supreme have a very similar wardrobe. So I don't really think Marty Supreme would edge it out in favor of Sinners winning. Avatar Fire and Ash, though, that one's just mostly CGI, so I don't even know what that one's doing here. I think it's going to go to Frankenstein. Makeup and hairstyling. Once again, Frankenstein, Sinners are on here, and I think it will go to Frankenstein. Jacob Elordi as the creature had to sit in that chair forever, and he looks almost unrecognizable because of all the prosthetic well, not really prosthetics, but all the makeup that they used on him. I think Sinners could be a decent runner up. It has some good stuff, but I think Frankenstein can win this very not very easily. I think Frankenstein Sinners are closer in competition to this one than they are in the previous two, but I'm going for Frankenstein. Uh, Smashing Machine, Ugly Stepsister, Kokuo. None of those really struck me as being particularly amazing in terms of makeup and hairstyling. I think the only reason the Smashing Machine won was because they convinced you that Dwayne Johnson can have hair on his head and they covered up his giant peck tattoo. But other than that, I think this is another Frankenstein win. Sound is very this one's very interesting because I don't really know, but I'm thinking it's gonna go to Sinners just because its entire plot revolves around music and sound, and because of that, the movie is just amazing. Like sound wise, it is just a treat and a treasure on the ears. Seurat, Frankenstein, One Battle After Another. Yeah, they all sound good, but they're nothing like Sinners at all. And F1 is very interesting. That I think would be the runner up just because anytime you do a car movie, you need the sound to be good. Otherwise, it's just deafening and annoying and everyone hates your movie. So I'm thinking that F1 will definitely take that category. Or sorry, the runner up category if it doesn't go to Sinners, which I guess is possible. This isn't like the strongest category, but I suppose we'll see. Original score is very interesting, and this is possibly the most easy Sinners score, most easy win I've ever heard. Begonia, really good. Frankenstein, pretty good. Hamnet, really good. One Battle After Another, pretty good. All of these are like great scores. I have no problem with any of them. But Sinners, once again, is a movie that is based entirely around music and sound. And likewise, Ludwig Göransson, however you pronounce that name, did phenomenally, combining blues and just like hokey honky music. It was just too good. And so that's why I think it will go to Sinners. One Battle After Another is my runner up. I don't think it has like the best score in the world. I don't think any of these have like the best score in the world, but I think One Battle After Another has a lot of potential as a runner up because it's interesting. Even if it's not good in my opinion, but it is pretty interesting with their like single piano key ding 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 thing that they did. So not terrible, but I think once again, Sinners easy win. Cinematography: Frankenstein, Mario Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, Train Dreams. I love the cinematography of all these movies. All these I think are very well deserved. But Train Dreams blew me out of the freaking water with its cinematography. I was not expecting it because I thought Sinners would be the easy win in this case. Because once again, Sinners is just oh my gosh, it's so good. But Train Dreams, oh my gosh, that one blew me away. That one is just gorgeous from beginning to end. Its nature cinematography is just top tier. I think that one will win. I would be, and I want it to win because it was just great. One Battle After Another is fine. Mario Supreme, not great. Frankenstein, pretty good, but none of them blew me away. So I think this is an easy Train Dreams win. And Sinners definitely is the runner up as it is for most of these things. Film editing. Film editing is a very weird one. Sentimental Value, I do not think had good film editing. They literally just or no, they don't even fade. They cut to black and then start a whole new scene. I thought it was bad editing, except for maybe one or two sequences that actually made sense. But no, I'm not a huge fan. F1, pretty good. It's a car movie. It has to have good editing. Marty Supreme, pretty decent from what I remember. One Battle After Another, again, pretty decent. But I think Sinners will take this one. Again, one of the things with Sinners is I have to take a scene mentally. And the scene that I'm always taking into my mind is the one where Miles Catton sings, I lied to you. And it goes through like all of black history and like black music. And it's just I mean, it's a gorgeous scene. But stitching that together and editing it into a cohesive way has to be very hard. I think Sinners is good in that regard, and I think One Battle After Another is a pretty decent runner up. I don't necessarily see F1 pulling an editing card, but it is possible. The thing is that both Sinners and One Battle After Another are the titans of this year's awards ceremony. So I'm not thinking F1 will have much of a choice here, although it is pretty good. Actress in a supporting role. Okay. I want Wunmi Masaku to win for Sinners because I think she was the best out of all of these. I think they will end up giving it to Tiana Taylor though, because she is I don't know, everyone's been super glazing of her uh performance, even though I didn't find it that great. I found her character kind of annoying. But if we're going based off of annoyance, then I mean I guess she does win. But runner up I think would definitely be Amy Madigan, who gave a deliriously creepy performance in Weapons. And I was kind of going back and forth and who I thought would win between Tiana Taylor and Amy Madigan because I feel like Amy Madigan definitely could pull something out of her hat for this. But again, another really strong category, and I do want Wunmi Masaku to win because she was great in that role. Actor in a supporting role: Benicio del Toro, Jacob Elordi, Delroy Lindo, Sean Penn, Stellan Skarsgård. I want Jacob Elordi to win for Frankenstein. I did not think he had good acting chops in him. I'd never really seen him in anything that I was like, oh my gosh, he was great in that. I just know him as the guy from Saltburn, Euphoria, and The Kissing Booth, and those are all okay. Like, I did not expect him to be able to pull off such a convincing, heartfelt, and emotional performance. I want Jacob Elordi to win for Frankenstein very easily. However, I know Sean Penn is an awards darling. He's a fantastic actor, and his character in one battle after another hits closer to home because of the current political situation. At least a lot more so than Jacob Elordi or any of the other characters. So I think they might end up giving it to him. If not him, I feel like they might end up giving it to Stellan Skarsgård, who is another, legacy actor and hasn't won an award, so it might be his time, while Jacob Elordi will probably have future occasions to win an award. So who knows? Delroy Lindo was great. Benicio del Toro was great. All of these are really strong picks. That's the thing. It's the hardest thing of all, honestly. Actress in a leading role. I want Jessie Buckley to win. I think Jessie Buckley will win. That's the thing. I mean, she swept the awards so far, and her performance in Hamnet is just amazing. I have Rose Byrne, Kate Hudson, Renette Rensiv, however you pronounce that name, and Emma Stone are all great in their roles. But I think Emma Stone is the second best. Although I really do like Kate Hudson. Kate Hudson really surprised me for Song Sung Blue, and I think there's very much potential that she could pull something out of her hat for being a runner-up. Especially since, as far as I know, she doesn't have an Oscar win yet. Maybe she's been nominated. I don't know. I'd have to check that out. Emma Stone, we all know, has won 2 Oscars and is slowly becoming an awards darling. So, who really knows what will happen with that? But I'm predicting a Jessie Buckley sweep very easily. I don't think anyone else really has a chance, unfortunately. Actor in a leading role. I really want Timothy Chalamet to win. I honestly thought he gave the best performance, and I loved his, advertising for Marty Supreme. And then he opened his mouth about ballet in that stupid interview, and now it's just embarrassing. I really want him to win so badly because he is a really good actor. But man, that kind of just soured my whole campaign for him to win. If he screwed it up really badly, I think that Michael B. Jordan might be able to pull it out. And honestly, that is very solid. If Michael B. Jordan can pull out a win, that would be great. He was fantastic in Sinners. Uh, yeah. And Leonardo DiCaprio for One Battle After Another is the runner-up. I don't really see Ethan Hawke or Wagner Moura clutching this. I mean, I could be wrong, but Timothy, Leo, and Michael are all very strong in the movies that they played in. So who really knows? Adapted screenplay. I really want Frankenstein to win. Love the book. Love the story. I think it's excellent. I think Guillermo del Toro really captured the. Uh, he really captured what Mary Shelley was trying to put out. I think, but I've one battle after another is most likely going to win this because everyone loved that movie and the Academy especially loved that movie just because of political, uh, its political ties and whatnot. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean they really liked it and its portrayals. Train Dreams, good. Hamnet, good. Begonia, good. But I don't think any of them are going to come up against One Battle After Another. The closest one I do think would be Hamnet. And the only reason I don't think Frankenstein will really stack up there, even though I want it to win, is because we've had a million Frankenstein movies. The Academy won't care. It's unfortunate, but that's what I think it'll be. Original screenplay, Sinners, 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 Sinners. It has stuck with me. It is just in my head the whole time. I don't think there's anything that compares to Sinners within the last couple of years that's come out in terms of uniquity. I mean, Everything Everywhere All at Once is kind of the closest thing. It's just unique, it's memorable, and it's freaking amazing. The runner up would definitely have to be Sentimental Value because everyone seems to like that, even though I don't really like that. But that's everyone else's opinion. I guess they can have those or something. They let people have opinions now, apparently. But I think this is an easy, easy win for Sinners because that is such a darn good movie. Directing. Okay. So directing and best picture are usually they go hand in hand. I want Ryan Coogler for Sinners to win. I really do. For both directing and best film. However, I do not think it will. I think it will go to Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another because, like I said, the Academy really loved that movie. Although I think Sinners is so much more, so much more worthwhile to get the win. That's why I put it as the runner up because I don't see anyone else coming nearly as close as Ryan Coogler for Sinners. I really don't. And that's the same with Best Picture. I want Sinners to win. But I really think One Battle After Another will. I mean, all these are good movies. It's a strong category. Begonia is great. F1 is great. Frankenstein is amazing. Hamnet is amazing. Marty Supreme is amazing. One Battle After Another is great. Secret Agent is like fine. Sentimental Value, I kind of think is bad. Sinners is great. Train Dreams is great. It's so hard this year to decide on what will come out on top. I'm thinking One Battle After Another will win the major awards at the end of the ceremony, but Sinners will scoop up quite a few. And I guess we'll just see what happens. Keep your fingers crossed. Who knows what'll happen? Thank you everyone so much for watching. Hope you all enjoy. Hope those of you who watch the Oscars enjoy the Oscars. I'm very excited for it. I'm recording this a couple days in advance because I had to put this whole PowerPoint together, which was a lot harder than you would think. So thank you everyone so much for watching. Hope you all enjoy. And I guess we'll see who wins what. Go see a movie in theaters, as always. Always see a movie in theaters. They're meant to be seen in theaters, and they're great in theaters. Doesn't have to be any of these movies. Go see something else. Wise words of advice. Till then, I hope you all have a wonderful day doing what it is that you shall be doing, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Peace out.